Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. I am your favorite baby mama, Bougie Vintage, and it is time to make a wig. The hair is provided by Angel Grace Hair on AliExpress. You can check them out. Everything you need to know will be in the description box. So they did send me a 360 lace closure. This is a 20-inch closure, and it does have adjusters at the back so you can tighten it. And they also sent me 4 bundles of hair. This is their Brazilian body wave, I believe. And all of the bundles are 22 inches. You're going to need scissors. You're going to need thread. I prefer the silk kind with a curved needle. You're also going to need glue sticks and a glue gun. So let's get it poppin'. Right now I am fitting my wig cap onto my mannequin head. And I am pulling the frontal or the 360 closure. And I'm lining up the hairline with the band of the wig cap. Once your closure is on your mannequin head as well, you want to pin it down to secure it, but you want to make sure that it's on there straight. So you want to make sure that the adjuster bands are right at the nape of the neck and that you're going to be sewing it on properly. Otherwise, it's just going to be a whole mess. So you want to secure it onto the styrofoam head, and then once you do that, you can begin to sew around the perimeter. So you want to make sure that you are sewing and securing your frontal onto your wig cap, and I usually put my needle through the 2 pieces of thread so that it creates a knot every single time, and I'm just going to do this around the entire perimeter of the frontal or the closure, whatever you want to call it. And once I'm done that, then I can get to gluing. This is a really easy method, especially if you're not used to making wigs. It's less sewing, it's less work, and it's pretty secure. This is my first time using a glue gun to do a wig. I usually prefer to use the tar, like the hair glue, but this time I decided that I was going to use the glue gun method because it's been requested. So once I get back to the top, I cut my thread, and then I place maybe 1 or 2 knots in the thread, and then I cut off the excess pieces of thread, and then I move on to cutting the lace, the extra lace that is around the perimeter. I cut that all off, and then we're good to start gluing. So here I am going to measure out the track and see how much I need to cut off. So I believe I did it ear to ear, and then I cut it, and then I applied the glue to a piece of the track, not the whole thing, because if you used the glue gun before, you know that the glue dries fairly quickly. So what I did was apply it only to the edge or the corner, and I started sticking it down, and then I grabbed my glue gun again in a second. And I am going to apply the rest of the glue to the track and stick it down accordingly. However, when I was doing this, I realized very quickly that it's probably easier to apply the glue directly to the cap and then stick the tracks on it once I've measured them out. So that is actually what I'm going to end up doing. Because I've never done this before, I just kind of wanted to play with it to see how to do it, and so I found that I was most comfortable when I was applying the glue directly to the head and then sticking the tracks on top. So you just want to continue to do this until you reach the top, and then your wig will be complete. I'm just going to speed through the rest of this because it's pretty straightforward. All you're doing is cutting your tracks or measuring out your tracks, cutting them, and then applying the glue and sticking them down, and they stick instantly. You don't even really have to like put any pressure on them to stick them down. The glue adheres immediately. So midway through, I stopped doing full ear-to-ear tracks and I started to just build on the middle just to thicken it up. And I'm actually applying the tracks a little bit curved, so you want to curve it kind of like a rainbow and just apply it like that. So now we are just applying the rest of the tracks. So we have 2 tracks left, I believe, and I'm just applying them and closing it off right up into where the lace begins, and then we're gonna brush that hair back and allow it to cover the tracks at the back. So now you want to flip the wig inside out and you want to cut along the edge to cut out the cap, but you want to make sure you're not cutting the threads you just sewed. So be very careful with this because it is black and it's hard to see the black on the black. So just make sure you go slow and cut off the excess cap, and then you can go ahead and cut the lace off of the front of the wig and the back, actually, since it's a 360. I found that these really secured my wig, and I don't think I really need to add combs, but I still may just to add an extra security. So I'm showing you up close and personal how the front of the wig looks. Please keep in mind that I did not customize my wig yet. I did not pluck it out, and I also did not bleach it for various reasons, but I will try to do that. I'm gonna do it outside, obviously, because I can't be inhaling all those fumes, child. But this is what the wig looks like. The hair itself is gorgeous. I love the hair. As soon as my mom came in today, she complimented it. We're gonna have to see how it wears though, because that's totally different. But so far, so good. It's a gorgeous curl pattern. I will upload another video once I have customized it, but this is the wig, and yeah, I hope you guys liked it.